everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another nipple piercing video. This is only the second one I've put on my channel. My first was my first time nipple piercing experience, which I posted in November of last year, so 2016, and it's now September 2017. So I thought I'll give you an update on how my boob's getting along. I think I've had this piercing around the 11-month mark. Now I didn't put a video up straight away when I had my nipple done the first time, so I think we're around 11 months for it. Now I'm going to put this into sections like I do on all my videos, but if you have any questions or any specific video you like in regards to the nipple piercing, then leave a comment in the box down below and I will always respond to comments where I can. In terms of like the healing process of the nipple piercing, I have found it very different to all my other piercings, whether that be my belly button, my industrial, my tragus. Completely different, and I think that's because, you know, it's a different area, it's covered a lot, or for me it is, and it's a different type of skin. You know, our boobs do a lot in terms of, you know, providing for children once you have a baby and so on. So I think that's why the skin is different. I'm not a scientist and I don't know why I've tried to go down that way of talking about the skin, but I think that's a reason why. So obviously when you first get it, you'll get blood, you'll get crust, you'll get polyps, you will get everything. No matter how much you clean it, if you catch it, you will get these. It happens. And I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm gonna be honest, you know, 6 months down the line, 7 months down the line, you'll have a crusty nipple at one point. You'll have, you know, you'll take your bra off, but oh, I bled a little bit. It just happens, you know. Your bra is rubbing on it most of the day and it just happens. So in terms of cleaning, I've always had to do it the same way. Now on some days I may do it, you know, with cotton wool, or when I'm in the shower I will just, you know, try and get rid of some of the crust, which sounds disgusting, but you know, it happens. We're talking about what happens when this heals, so bear with me. My favourite way of cleaning it, because it is also the laziest way, is to get a cup of warm water, put your salt in it and then hold it on your boob. You know, it just works wonders. The next morning it'll be like nothing happened. So one day you may wake up with a crusty boob and the next day it won't be a crusty boob, whether you clean it or not. You know, it is just, it does its own thing. And I obviously I'm only at nearly the year mark. I can't really comment on like 4 or 5 years down the line because I'm not there yet, but I feel like that is a common factor that happens. I don't think it ever just fully like clean, like sorts itself out. All you need is one person to, you know, elbow you, or you catch it, or I don't know, walk into a door frame like I did the other day, and it will react to it. It's in a very sensitive place, and I think that's just what happens. So I think if you're at like the 6 month mark, the year mark, the year and a half, you just learn to accept that, you know, you may have a crusty nipple from time to time, but that's okay. Ow, just pulled my hair. So the one thing with the nipple piercing that I think I will never be able to do, and that's not because of, you know, my skill, because I can change my industrial, my rook, my tragus, I can change all them, no problem. My snug, no problem. But I lost the ball on one of the sides of the bar, because you know when you hear, like you hear a drop and it bounces and then you're like 1 2 3 4, wait, are they all in there? And you have to actually do a body check of whether you have every single bloody ball to your piercings and your backs and the earrings. Like, it's just, you hear a noise and you're like, everybody freeze. And I heard that, and I felt like stabbing, which is really gross. And I was like, what the hell? Because I never think about my nipple ball falling off the bar, and it had, and the bar was inside, like stabbing the inside of my nipple. And I was like, ouch. So I like put a plaster on it to try and keep it like not to move and stab me, but it made me feel extremely nauseous just being able to see the hole. Like, the holes don't bother me with any of my piercings, but just something to do with my nipple piercing, I don't know, it made me feel really weird, and I don't think I'll ever be able to change my nipple bar. I feel like I'll have to go back into the shop and get it done, because when I put the ball back on, I was like, okay, let's forget that ever happened, which is really weird for me because I'm not squeamish, like I'm not bothered by it, but for, yeah, I don't really want to talk about that. And I think that's just down to the person. I think everyone is different with it. just like when you get the piercing itself. Like some people, I know people that don't ever change their bars. I haven't changed a few of my bars, not because I'm squeamish, but we all have our reasons, and obviously that's what's good about having a really good piercing shop local, that you can just pop in, ask for advice, everything like that. So yeah, that's the one drawback, I guess, from having this piercing. I don't think I'll ever be able to change it myself because of how it makes me feel. But you know, who knows. Now, one thing I have learned about my nipple is how quickly they heal. Now, I've never been like, I've never taken mine out, so I can't speak on behalf of myself, but I know people that have taken out their nipple bar and it's healed pretty much straight away. And I can actually see why, you know, because one day my nipple might have like a little, you know, one of the little bumps you get when you're healing, and then the next day it's like not there. I've never had, you know, I feel like it's an up and down roller coaster whirlwind relationship with me and my nipple piercing, but I love it and that's great. But I feel like, and I have read stories, you take it out, it heals, you have to go back and get it re-pierced, and I can believe that just because of how quickly like things are changing. So that was my 11-month mark update. I hope that helped. I hope that sort of give you an idea of, you know, the journey you have ahead. You know, you see all these people with like Kylie Jenner, Bella Thorne, they look great with their nipples pierced, but there is a lot of aftercare to it, and I think, you know, that is very important for people to understand. If you know, would like to ask me any questions, leave me a comment in the box down below and I will answer them. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.